Okay, I'll wait in three, two, one. Welcome back, students, University of Arizona Global Campus. Welcome back, Management 490. I'm still Dr. D. Welcome to week one in this course, Strategic Human Resource Management. Hope we're getting off to a really good start in week one and in module one. And in module one, we're really going to look at this whole idea of HR as a strategic partner. And for some of you that maybe have just been in the industry for a little less than 20 years, doesn't sound like a big radical idea that human resources would be a strategic and integral part of the organization and the decision making process within the organization, but that has not always been the case. It's really only been the last probably 15 to 20 years where the leaders in human resource have had a seat at the table and be able to participate in a meaningful way in the direction of the organization. So on week one, got a couple deliverables here. The first deliverable is to please post your introduction. And if I'm not mistaken, that is also the attendance marker for the course as well. So please get in there, post your introductions as soon as possible. And you've still got a couple discussion forums as well. You've got HR as a strategic partner and the evolution of work. So normally in each module, you'd only have two discussion board postings, but since this is week one, you'll have three, including the introduction, and you'll have an assignment as well, which is an overview of the organization and basically a problem statement, if you will. So, on week one, you're going to examine the methods to transform HR into that strategic partner. You'll assess the evolution of work and the workplace and how it impacts human resources. And then finally, we will review the role and the importance of human resources. I'm going to encourage you to please read the lectures, watch the embedded videos, uh, read the textbook. You've got chapters one, two, three, four, and seven. Also, read the articles, explore the supplemental materials such as the web pages. I also recommend that you explore the recommended resources as well. And so, really, what I'm saying here is please don't be in a rush to start your discussion board postings or to start your critical thinking assignments. Take your time to immerse yourself into the digital content that we're providing you here within the learning environment and really immerse yourself. You know, some of you may not see yourselves as being human resource professionals in the future, but if you are leaders, whether at the C suite or below, where you are managing people or working in collaboration with people in order to accomplish your goals and objectives, you're going to have to understand these best practices of human resources, whether you are a manager, supervisor, vice president, CEO of the organization. Human resources is very important. So please immerse yourself into the digital resources, read the lectures, and watch the lectures, okay? Just as a reminder on your discussion board postings, except for the introduction, all of your discussion board postings need to be supported by peer review evidence. And that peer review evidence can come directly from a journal article in a peer review journal. And you can feel free to use the resources that are already embedded in the course uh, as additional support. Okay. Don't feel like you have to go out there and always find resources. There are resources that you're reading, such as the textbook, such as journal articles that you can always feel free to. Uh, Use as evidence in both your discussion board postings and in your critical thinking assignments. Okay. So please make sure that you have uh, in-text citations from scholarly sources, from credible sources in your discussion board postings. Okay. So in form number one, in week one, you're really going to be looking at human resources as an evolving strategic field, if you will, providing employment services to organizations, being part of the overall growth strategy of the organization. So, from that context, you're going to answer the prompts, such as defining the concept of HR being a strategic partner, analyze how HR can provide value to the organization as a strategic partner, and then give me one recommendation for HR to ensure that they are meeting the needs of the organization through its strategy. Okay. Your post must be a minimum of 250 words. Again, your initial posting must have support from scholarly sources. Your reply, not so much, even though a reply that does have evidence and does have support has more scholarly rigor and is much more professional, but it isn't mandatory like it is on your initial response. In your discussion forum two, you're going to look at the effects of human resource professionals and how they have to have a solid understanding of the changing nature of work and the workplace. And certainly that's relevant here in the last 5 years, where we've seen a shift from office based work to really solely remote based work, now hybrid work where folks are working both in the office and online, and of course now, especially under the new presidential administration, there is a big push now to get everybody back in the office. So that's the context that I want you to have for that, uh, your second discussion forum in week one. So, for your discussion, you're going to compare and contrast the evolution of work and the workplace over the past 20 years. And you're going to explain two ways that the evolution of work has impacted HR. So, you can consider things like technology, ethics, workplace demographics, employment law, if you will. Remember, your initial post must be 250 words, and you do need support from peer review articles. And I'm using some terms here synonymous. I say peer review, scholarly, credible. Um, so when I say scholarly, scholarly includes peer review. It includes academic textbook. It includes information from .gov, that's .gov, and .edu. So as long as your sources are coming from an article from a peer-reviewed journal, an academic textbook, information coming from .gov, information coming from .edu, those are scholarly sources. There are other sources out there, such as the Professional Society for Human Resource Management. Even though it is not scholarly, it is credible. There's also other professional associations and industry associations, white papers, technical papers. Again, they don't rise to the level of scholarly because they don't have the peer review aspect, but they are coming from professionals within the industry, working within the industry, setting policies and procedures within the industry, so they are credible sources. So it is okay for you to have a combination of scholarly and credible sources in both your discussion board postings and your assignments. And in your assignment for week one, part one, overview of the organizational problem, please be sure that you are reading the chapters in the textbook. If you're not reading the chapters in the textbook, it's going to be close to impossible for you to do as good of a job on this assignment and on these series of assignments that you would like. So please make sure you're reading chapters 1 through 4 and then chapter 7 in the textbook. This will help you prepare not only for the week one assignment, but for all of the assignments throughout the course. Okay. And part of what you're going to do here is you're ensuring success within the organization and the HR strategies. You're understanding how vital it is, both internally and externally, and how these factors either can provide challenges or barriers, and I guess we could say opportunities too for the organization. So you must clearly understand the aspects and the first steps uh, in solving strategic problems within the organization. Okay, so in part one, you will prepare an overview of the organization you are familiar with. You're going to outline the history, culture, demographic goals, and technologies, as well as the financial status of the organization. Pretty flexible with the organization that you choose. The prerequisite there is there has to be enough information out there in the public domain in order to support uh, you doing this assignment over the semester, okay? So you're going to prepare an overview of the organization. That will include, again, the history, culture, demographic, goals, technology, and financial status. You're going to describe an HR related problem that the organization is facing. You'll detail how the problem or issue affects or potentially affects the future stability of the organization. You'll discuss the principal role of human resource management within the organization. And then finally, explain how human resource management can provide critical advice and counsel to the organization in addressing this particular problem. And that is it for week one. Um, Again, I'm going to let you know that my office hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday by appointment. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to set up a one on one session with you. In the meantime, I look forward to participating with you on the discussion board postings. I look forward to reading your critical thinking assignments, and please reach out to me with any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you.